just a moment, you're going to watch me unbox and create 3 of the 9 cards in the August Paper Pumpkin Kit, one of each of the designs. But I just wanted to pop on and tell you in advance that if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, right now is a great time to give it a try. In fact, if you sign up for the 3-month prepaid subscription, you get to select a $50 level Sale-a-bration item for free. And also, if you do the 6-month prepaid subscription, we also have a 12-month, but that's a significantly higher investment. If you do the 6-month prepaid, then you get a free $100 level Sale-a-bration set or 2 $50 level Sale-a-bration sets. So now's a great time to give it a try. I love having them come to my door every month. It's a nice surprise for me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about what supplies I have or don't. Everything is in the box. So I hope you enjoy this video, and whether or not you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I'm sure you'll get some ideas. Look what came today, my Paper Pumpkin. This is August Paper Pumpkin, and it's called Sweet Sunflowers. And I've been waiting for this one because it's really pretty. And this one had a special surprise. For one thing, it had 2 Stampin' Spots in it, soft suede and crushed curry, which are great for a sunflower theme. I'm not sure if you can tell. Let me see if I can put the stamps on here. There's a sunflower center and the outside petals, a leaf, some kind of sprig, a bee, another bee, for a one-of-a-kind friend sentiment, thank you sentiment, and wishing you so much happiness sentiment. Oh yeah, and there's a hello. So lots of cute little summery, end of summer kind of stamps. It also came with this special free gift, which was gold foil honeycomb sheets. So those are really pretty. The tissue paper out of the way. I find it's easier to just dump it out. And so then this is what's inside. The instruction sheet, and then all the supplies that you need, except for perhaps the paper snips, some kind of scissors that you might need. I don't think we need them on this particular one because there's no thread in here or twine or ribbon or anything. So you would need a block. If you are a new subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, your first kit will come with a block in it. Otherwise, you need another block. This is my regular D block, which fits all the stamps. So it comes with some mini dimensionals, some glue dots. Look at these pretty envelopes that will be coordinating with the cards. Got a really pretty floral layer here, and some die cuts. We can just punch those out. Pre-printed card fronts. So a lot of the prettiness of the cards is already done. You're just going to be providing some stamped accents. And then there's this plain one. And then there's some more die cuts that you can just add. These are meant to be stamped on. And I believe the bees as well. So they've colored them in a little bit for you. All you need to do is stamp the outline. And I think, or I could be wrong about that. I think these are a little bit more detailed. They're not actually meant to go over these. And we've got some vellum honeycomb pieces. And of course, the instructions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate all the parts and pieces. Okay, now I'm going to get the directions out. And for this first card, you can actually see, they'll tell you all the supplies that are needed for each card. So for the first card, and I'm going to separate everything out right now. For the first card, you need the green card bases. You need these pieces. You need the dimensionals and the glue dots dimensionals. You need 2 B's for each card. So that means I will need 6 B's total for this particular card. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I have 3 cards here. And you'll need these. Now notice there's 4 of them and only 3 card bases. They give you one just in case you make a stamping boo-boo. Don't want you to be left high and dry without that. You'll also need the soft suede piece, a block, and the For a One-of-a-Kind Friend stamp from the stamp set. And let's just show you how to put that together. To do that, we will go up to the page. It says number 1. It says you're going to ink the stamp using the soft suede and put that onto this little piece right here. To open up your Stampin' Spots, I just like to use the edges of my scissors here. We'll ink it up. Sometimes I ink it this way. It's a pretty small stamp, but you can certainly dab, dab, dab. Now I notice that it doesn't look like it's inked up very well. It looks like it's going to be a little rough when I stamp it. And that's because it's a new stamp. Yeah, it's a little blotchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my Stampin' Scrub. I'm going to give that a little bit of a spray here. And just rub and clean my stamp. In the manufacturing process, sometimes a little residue is left. And so it's nice to get that off of there. You can also rub it on your jeans before you ink it up. And that will help. And that looks like it's going to be better right here. So for a one-of-a-kind friend, I'm going to only do 1 card because you don't need to watch me do all 3. It next says you're going to take this piece and you're going to put black dots on the back, but they're not black dots. That's the symbol that they use for the glue dots. So you can take your pick tool out, or you can just use your scissors or your fingers really. And put one in each of these corners. Take off the backing. We're going to apply this to the card front. Let's center it as best we can. That looks good. And then you can see on the directions, it looks like you need little mini dimensionals on the back of each of the B's. And then you need to use 2 on the sentiment. So we'll just do that here. And get out a couple of my B's. Here's one. Here's another. All right. And then we're just going to look at the placement that they used. Take off the backings. This looks like it went right here, kind of stuck over the edge a little bit. There we go. And then we added the bees on the top right here. And then we added another bee, looks like right down here. So there are a couple different directions that the bees fly. So you can, depending on where you place them, you might want to choose where they go. And then you can stamp something else on the inside. I'm not sure yet. There may be some extra pieces left over to go on the inside. I'll wait and see until, you know, the end. Once I've decorated the fronts, then I see what I have left over to use on the inside. I could certainly stamp a sunflower on the inside though. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna grab my stamp here. I need to wash this one. I should have washed it first, so let's go ahead and do that. Now remember, with this first stamp, oops, we washed it off. We had to get some residue off. So let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Let's just wash it off to begin with. I will also need my sunflower. There we go. The flower is going to come with the crushed curry. And I would stamp the flower first because it's the outside. If you would stamp the dot or the inside first, then you might discover that you have not left enough room to get this image on. So let's go ahead and clean this off a little bit. Try to remove any residue that's there. I'm going to ink this up with my spot. A lot of times I don't open my spots. I just use anything else I have there. So I use my regular pad. Looks like I missed inking up a spot. That's all right. It will be okay. I'll clean this stamp off so I can use the same block. I want to have to get out another block. And we'll just put this little one on. And we'll stamp a center. And I think this is probably the darker side. We're going to put that, going to see where the stamp here is darker on this bottom part, so that's where I put it. And so there we have a sunflower for the inside. And if you have another greeting you want to put on in there, you know, whether you want to do the hello or the wishing you so much happiness, you can put that in here as well. And so that's one card. Okay, for card number 2, we need this base. So might as well fold those in half. Right now what's nice is they're printed on the back too, so they really look beautiful when you send them. I don't very often stamp on the back of mine, but it's not a bad idea. And then we also need these pieces for the sentiment, which is going to be wishing you so much happiness. We need these pieces, and we do have extras of these, which is great. So we need 3 because we need 3 cards, and these are kind of stuck together. So let me get them apart. And then we need 2 bees, and again, they go in different directions. So there's one that goes that way and one that goes this way. Got it. The wishing you happiness stamp. Get that out here. Again, we're going to clean this in advance. All right. And we need the soft suede, the dots, and the dimensionals as well. So let's go and find directions number 2. We're going to ink up the soft suede and stamp it onto this little piece. Looks like got the yellow on the right-hand side. Let's get my soft suede dot stamping spot out, ink it up. Get it right side up. Wishing you so much happiness. That looks a little bit rounded to me. I'm going to drop that and make sure I get it on straight. Stamp this again here. That looks better. So I'm glad they give us an extra one. I get to choose the best ones from the bunch when I'm done. That's a keeper. And that's a keeper. The stamping appears to be done there. Now we want to put some glue dots in here. And notice they're in the center. And that's probably because we need to keep it hidden. Because you're going to be able to see it. It's all see-through and lots of holes. So you can see the sentiment is going to be covering up some in the center. So let's go ahead and just kind of place that there. Let me get my glue dot out. So I want to just sort of place them in the center here somewhere. All right. We'll take it off. There we go. Take my little card front here. It looks like we need to sort of put it something like this. All right, it is your card, so you can make it however you want. You need some glue dots on this long, skinny one as well. On the ends there. So we'll take the backings off of there. Put this down. Trying to cover up those glue dots from the other piece that's already there. Oop, that looks a little crooked to me. I'm going to straighten it out before I really adhere it down. There we go. Oh, still not straight. Let me get that straight. There we go. And then we're going to attach this with the mini dimensionals. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. Take off the backings. And there we have it, a quick and easy card. These cards make such fun. Oh, we're not done. We have the beads still to go. Almost forgot. These cards make great gifts, or the kits, I should say, make great gifts because, you know, everything's in it. You don't have to know how to, you know, you don't have to have all the stuff, all the things, as they say. Everything is in it. I like it because I don't have to find a design. I know the design is going to be great, and I get to just do this as a little treat for myself. We're going to put one little bee, and the bee that's facing down, he's going to go up here, or maybe even off to the side. That's fine. And then this guy is going to come down here like he's coming up. And there's a cute little card. Again, probably want something to go inside. Now this is wishing so much happiness on the outside. The sentiments that are in here for a one-of-a-kind friend, thank you so much. I would probably grab another sentiment. I would probably put in happy birthday or congratulations if this was going to be a wedding card, something like that. So in that case, you know, it does help to have some other things handy, but you don't need to. You can just write a note in there as well. So I have my stamp around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's go ahead and make a little sunflower on the inside, just like we did the last time. Just ink up the outside. There we go. If I clean that off, oops, wrong side, I'm cleaning. No wonder I was doing it a little bit harder. And then we just get the inside part of the flower. Ink that up. Stamp that. Now, notice, and I kind of did this on purpose, it's not quite centered. This is going to look still fine if you re-ink it and move it up a little bit. See? Problem solved. No mistake made at all. And we'll put that in the coordinating envelope as well. And for our final card, we need the rest of the pieces, but specifically we need this card base. So the front of the card is the one with the flower or floral images on it. And you can see that it looks like it's a landscape format. We're going to need these flowers to add a little bit more dimension. Oop, I got a sticky on me somewhere. We need the labels. So we'll take those. We need the other 3 of these that we were given. And we need some more bees. And we need, it's not showing it, but I do know that we need these pieces right here. I know it because I've taken a peek. So let's go ahead. And we need to stamp thank you on there. We'll get that stamp out. Once again, let's put it upside down, pick it up that way, make sure it's not getting distorted on our block. Wash it to get some of that residue off. And ink it up with our soft suede spot. Let's see if we get that centered in there. Yep, looks pretty good. And you might as well do all 4 at a time, at the same time. That way you get to pick your favorite 4, unless you want to do a different sentiment with another stamp set. But the thank you looks really good on there. It's nicely proportioned. There we go. And then it says we need to take the center of the sunflower. Let's go ahead and clean our block off and exchange this stamp. We're going to take it and stamp onto these pieces. So remember how I said that I know that's what I need. That's why, because I saw those directions when I was doing the other cards. We're just gonna try to find the center there. And it really is easier to get this in the center the first time if you stamp it first. So as long as you don't mind the sunflower coming off in the middle here, I'll show you what I mean. You can stamp this anywhere here. Now I know that my sunflower, when I stamp it, is gonna come off, and that's okay. Ooh, I have to remember the orientation too. And that's okay, because I want my sunflower to be over in this area. So let's do a little bit of a different look where this sunflower kind of runs off the page. All right, so we've just done that as we've gone along. We clean that. And we'll get our sunflower image back out. And we need our crushed curry ink spot. We're just going to stamp right on over this flower. Might need to look at the orientation to find out where it lines up. So it looks like there's a little splotchy here. This looks like it's pretty good right here. Let's see. There we go. Looks pretty good. So there's this little big tuft. You just kind of find where that is on your stamp set or your stamp. I think that is right here, and you just look over the top until it looks like things are lining up. Might be off a little bit on that. I'm stamping at an angle. Nope, that looks pretty good. My watch is telling me to stand up. I haven't even been here at my desk for 45 minutes yet. And I've done all the other cards, so I didn't just do the one that I showed you. As soon as I got one done, I paused my video and I stamped the rest of them all at once. Might as well do one more sunflower, right? Let's go ahead and find that little tuft that sticks out. And then there's another piece that kind of points down. That's down here. So we line them up as best we can. And there we go. There we go. So it was showing you here, I'm not exactly sure what it was showing you. Oh, it looks like it might be showing me to stamp it twice. So rotate it and stamp it again. Ooh. I'm gonna try that on one to see how it looks first. So I originally had it like this, so now they're saying rotate it. I'm gonna rotate it some. Oh, it just makes it look fuller. Yeah. All right, so let's just do that with all of them. And if you don't want to, hey, it's your card. There's no stamping police to stop you. So this is how it was. Oh, this is, I don't know how it was. Was this. Let's rotate it a bit and stamp it. Take it off and see how much more full it looks. So I guess I could have done that on all the insides of the cards too. All right, so let's see if we just rotate randomly what we get. That one I think I want to stamp the center up for a little bit more. So let's go ahead and think that that might be the one we waste. We won't waste it. We'll do something else with it. But so this was here. Let's go ahead and rotate some. There. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I don't know if I like to settle for pretty good. Oh wait, we need to do the insides of our card bases. Might as well do that before I put it away. I'm gonna bring in my little piece of cardboard that came with my stamp set here and see how easy it is to see where the center is. Let's try rotating it. So I just stamped that. Let's rotate it some. And so we just get a bigger flower. I mean, a more petaled flower, I guess. And I don't need to do the other two cards because that just wastes time on camera. You've seen me doing that. All right, so let's go ahead and get my sunflower out. And now it looks like it's time to put it together. So on the back of this flower image, we're going to put some adhesive dots. And we put them on the big areas here. There's one, and this little flower up here, over here. And then I'm going to take off the back. That's why the take your pick tool is pretty nice. It takes them off pretty easily. And this looks like it goes. All right. Oh, looks like I'm supposed to have some leaves over here. Oh, it's actually on the flower itself. Whoops. So it looks like it comes right down here. Looks like it does that. And then it looks like I need to put some adhesive dots on the back of here. So for some reason I didn't notice that my my floral image die cut had the leaves attached. So I was a little confused for a second. And there is a leaf stamp in the set, but it wasn't giving it to me in the directions, so that's how I know it wasn't right. So I'm going to put this on here. Yeah, it looks like it just kind of covers up this little piece right here. We'll stick that down, and then we need the thank you with the dimensions, the mini dimensionals over the top. Right here, looks like it comes right here. Now, if you notice what it's doing here, it's asking you to take the sunflower, flip it over, and you need 2 mini dimensionals and 1 glue dot. And I'll explain why that is. If I can get the glue dot down, there we go. Because when you flip it back over, they want you to adhere the glue dot to this part of the thank you. And then, oops, I forgot to take this off. So I would probably not do it that way. What I would probably do instead is I would take my little glue dot and I would put this here, because then I know it's going to hit it. And there I have that popped right up. I need a couple of bees, it looks like, and they go 2 different ways. So this one, and here, I don't know if you can tell. Let me bring this up. Sometimes when I get too close, it gets blurry. There's more in the back here. That's the back of the bee. There's a little bit less brown, and up here, that's the front of the bee. So this one's going to go over here on a mini glue dot. I mean, a mini Stampin' Dimensional. And let's put him right up here in this little space. And then the one that's going the other way. So again, less brown up here than down here. So this is his head. Put the mini glue dot there. And looks like he goes here. And the front of our card is done. We've already stamped the inside for a nice little thank you note. And there we go. 3 really pretty and unique cards. So if you missed out on Paper Pumpkin this month, don't miss out next month. Next month, we are going to be getting a Halloween themed box, and it's going to allow you to create 18 treat holders. That's all I know.